move on to the next topic, which again will be covered by Atharv. I'll just give a preface for it and then Atharv can cover it more. The OnePlus Open is going to launch soon, so that is the name of their folding phone. So I think we have covered it a couple of years back, or maybe I don't know if it was in our first year or second year, but we did cover that OnePlus was looking to make a foldable phone, and we thought it was going to be the OnePlus Fold X or something like that, but it's apparently called OnePlus Open, and a lot of leaks have been coming in, and in fact, I don't know if we spoke about it here, but also, and I feel it was an obvious PR stunt. But Anushka Sharma, who, if you guys don't know, I mean, hopefully you know Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli's wife, Anushka Sharma, the famous actor, she was found. I mean, she wasn't caught using it. She was just using a OnePlus Fold, and from what I felt, the video was like kind of recorded for the sake of showing the phone itself. Like I felt it was a bit manufactured, but apparently she's using the phone. We do know that uh, she does use an iPhone, because that whole thing with MKBHD exposing other people for using iPhone, that whole debacle had happened. But she used to be a Pixel ambassador, so it's nice to see her back on that the Android train of phones. And the phone looks interesting. I quite like the design. Past few years, OnePlus designs have been disappointing me, except for the Nord. I mean, I'm talking about the main 10, 11. So the new flagship looks nice, and Athar will cover if any specifications are needed to be covered. I mean, I don't know the exact specifications.
Yeah, everything has been leaked almost, and leaks in today's generations cannot be stopped by everyone. And yeah, we almost have everything out now. The phone is launching on October 19th officially. I think it's a global launch, and it is happening in India itself. Like the launch event is happening in Mumbai. So I think this year has been really good for OnePlus in India, especially. They launched their OnePlus 11 globally from India itself in New Delhi, if I'm not wrong, and they launched 11R especially for India, and I think both of them have been selling pretty well for them. And overall, the this year has been good for OnePlus, and they're hoping the same happens with the foldable. Let's look at the specs a bit. So the uh, the outer display, which is basically when the phone is closed, is 6.31 inches, and the aspect ratio this time is going to be 21 is to 9 instead of 21 is to 10. So basically, the Samsung foldables have like the really thin outer display, whereas the OnePlus Open is going to have like a normal smartphone sized outer display. It's not, hopefully, it's not like too bad. Both of the displays, the outer and the inner, will have 120 hertz refresh rate. The inner screen, in the sense when you open it, is 7.8 inches, and it's a 2K AMOLED display. The processor gonna power which are gonna power these two screens is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and you'll get 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 256 GB of UFS 4.0 storage. I don't know if there'll be other storage variants, RAM storage variants, but right now what is being leaked is that there's going to be a 16 GB RAM and 256 GB storage variant. Coming to the cameras, this is going to be like maybe the most number of megapixels on a foldable phone camera. So basically, in the rear you have a 48 megapixel main camera, 48 megapixel ultra wide, and a 64 megapixel periscope camera. I think no flagship phone also comes with these camera specs except the Xiaomi Ultra ones. So OnePlus is going all in on their first foldable. There's going to be a 32 megapixel selfie camera on the outer display, and the inner display is going to have a 20 megapixel camera. I thought it's going to be a dual selfie camera, but then I realized it's a foldable phone. Yeah, the iconic alert slider is also going to be there. And yeah, so the phone is launching on October 19th. And yeah, there are going to be two color variants. One is going to be the black color, which is going to have a vegan leather finish. And there's also going to have a green color, which will be a normal glass back kind of a thing. Basically, this phone is going to launch as the Oppo Find N3 in China. And because I don't know, Oppo is not like that popular in international markets compared to OnePlus. They're launching the same phone in the global markets as OnePlus Open. In India, the price is expected to be 1,39,999, and the first sale is going to go on 27th October. This is all leaks. Honestly, I wasn't speculating the price to be lower. I wished it was lower. That way, Samsung would have had more competition. But looking at the specs, I think OnePlus couldn't go any lower than this, and they're already like almost like 2,000 rupees lesser than Samsung's. And there might be bank discounts or something which will bring the phone lower. And I think overall this is going to be a really good phone. And the only advantage I see Samsung having is the head start they got and the way they could polish their software a bit more. We'll have to see what OnePlus is doing with their software. I think they're also collaborating with Google on their uh, the foldable software, and there's going to be a separate version called Oxygen OS Fold or something like that. So yeah, hopefully OnePlus focuses on the software aspect of it as well. And the other advantage Samsung has is their S Pen. So if like taking notes and things like that will be a bit easier on the Samsung one. I'm really excited for this phone, honestly, and I think the cover screen being the like wider aspect ratio and still being tall. It's not like the Pixel one, which is like really short because of it having to be wide. So it's interesting how the cover screen is like the perfect size. It's not like the you don't have to compromise on the thin cover screen for the larger internal screen. We'll have to see how OnePlus is implementing their software. Apart from that, I think this is a really killer phone, and if you're looking to buy a foldable phone, I think you should seriously consider this out also when it launches.